I'm sorry. Start over. What's up, guys? Welcome to AfterBuzz Sports. This is our NBA playoff recap. And guess what? We actually have competitive games to talk about this time. So let's get in.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We gotta get the energy up, guys. Come on, let's go. We in.
We're not the only ones up late, though.
That's
For
right.
CJ Houston, it's 2 a.m.
Yes. Look, guys, thank you for staying up and joining us. We got competitive games to talk about today, or singular.
Game 3.
Yes. But first, let's do our intros. Christine, where can they find you?
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Christine Alexis, and you can find me all over social media at Christine Beam.
I'm Jessie Zahner. You guys can find me all over social media at AthleChick.
And I'm DeAnjilo. You can hit me up on Twitter or Instagram at DeAnjilo. That's DeAnjilo. So, the Celtics came without their star. They decided to make this series longer for some reason. Like, anybody wants that, but they were able to defeat the Cavaliers, and LeBron James-less Cavaliers, I would say. Was LeBron there? Like, where is he?
Did you check the tunnel?
He
Maybe
looked
the
bored.
locker room?
LeBron just looked bored that whole game. He looked so disinterested, I would say. But the Celtics are able to beat the Cavs 108-105. 108-105, and on an Avery Bradley late game three-point game winner. Like, and I think the way that
It's 111-108.
111-108. Thank you. I think seeing how that shot fell down, it was like bounced on the rim like 4 or 5 times, and it was like really ugly game winner. And I feel like that summarized that entire game. Like, the Celtics were really resilient, got a lot of contributions from a lot of different players, came back down from 21-point deficit, and were able to defeat the Cavaliers. Were you guys surprised? Like, did anybody have the Celtics winning this game?
No. I thought
No.
the Cavs would sweep. I also, waited all game for LeBron to become himself. So, at the end of the third quarter when he went out, I was like, okay, he must be gearing up for, a
Something,
blowout
yeah.
in the fourth. So I expected him to come and have, 20 points in the fourth quarter and do, something spectacular and win the game. And really, I feel like it's on LeBron today. LeBron scores more, he does more, the team wins.
Yeah.
So I did not expect this.
I didn't expect it either. I thought the same thing. It might be go time for LeBron in the fourth, but didn't happen. And, he owned up to it in his post-game press conference. He said that the poor performance was all on him and that they need to get back to playing desperate basketball, which I completely agree.
Yeah.
They had the opportunity to make this quick and easy, but maybe someone, within their organization decided, let's just make some more TV. Let's stretch this series out a little longer. I mean,
You have a theory.
why
You have a
else?
theory.
Yeah, because like you said, he looked so disinterested, so bored.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, am I just so good? Why did I have to show up tonight? Like,
Is that what he did? He did the hair flip.
the
too?
hair flip
Yeah,
too
yeah.
on the court. Just
Well,
I
actually,
see
we
you,
got the
Bron
highlights
Bron.
too. Let's run those. LeBron, 11 points on 4 of 13 shooting, 6 rebounds. It was really bad. I feel like, though, he was expecting his teammates to take care of it. Like, he was going to coast, save his energy for the Warriors.
Yeah.
And you would think the team would be able to handle that, right, without Isaiah Thomas?
Well, it's not like they didn't try. Kevin Love put up 28. Kyrie put up 29. Really,
18 from Tristan Thompson, 13
Yeah.
from J.R. Smith.
there were
Yeah.
contributions.
It was a motivated Celtics team, though, I would say. Like, everyone contributed. You got, let's see what the stat line says. 20 for Avery Bradley, 27 from Marcus Smart. I mean, that stands out. Al Horford, 16, and 14 from Jay Crowder. So it was collectively, it seemed like they were more free with Isaiah Thomas not being on the court.
I agree. I mean, I think what Boston did really well this game was be resilient because they were down at one point by 21 points. I mean, it's hard to keep, trying and
We got the highlights. So I just realized it's the highlights
Yeah.
from another game.
it's probably from game
from
2.
the regular season. That's what that is.
Is that regular season?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Well, guys, if you saw that, then
Just a little
Celtics
rerun.
fans, if you wanted something else to remember that you beat the Cavs before, that's what that was, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say this victory for the Celtics, it it's more of a morale builder. It says a lot about Brad Stevens being a great coach. Doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the series. Like, I mean, but I think Boston being able to get this moral victory more than anything, it really gives them confidence maybe for next season.
I think so. I think they needed it for that reason. And honestly, I think the Cavs needed it too, because
agree.
the narrative up until this point was like, are they having a better playoff run than the Warriors? Are they're just coasting? Is their playoff run more impressive? It's all about just them just being so impressive and smothering and dominating, which is, true. But this game, I think, was a wake-up call for them that it needs to be a team effort. This needs to be team ball, which means contributions from everybody. It can't, everyone, did their part, but like really it comes back to LeBron about
Right.
it needs to be go time all the way. This is your team, carry the team.
Yeah. Right.
Like you're almost there.
And that's what LeBron said in his press conference. He said, like, I'm happy this happened now. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
he
It's
did
good
say
it
that.
happened
That's
now
true.
than against the Warriors, because it's going to be a lot easier to beat Boston with a loss. But, the Warriors are a different animal. So I agree with him, and I agree with you. I think that it's good that it happened now, but this is LeBron's team. I mean, like you said, his surrounding cast of players did pretty well for
Actually,
themselves.
looking at the stat line, yeah.
So, like, LeBron needs to step it up, and he is the reason that they lost this game.
Yeah, it's weird though. I mean, the amount of pressure that's on this guy. It's amazing how ordinary they look without him as a catalyst, and
That's why he's the MVP.
yeah, I mean, really, to not be top four, at least top three was crazy.
I
in
wish
itself.
they would tell him every night that he's not top 3, because then he'll play like an animal.
Yeah, really, it's very true. But I would say that I'm concerned. Then I don't want to go too far into like finals talk, but like if LeBron has to do this every night against just to beat a team like Boston, you know what I mean? Like, will it be enough against a team like Golden State? Because like you said, 29 from Kyrie Irving, 28 from Kevin Love. You would think that should be able to, like, some good defense. You should be able to beat Isaiah Thomas-less Boston Celtics team.
Well, that's the problem, is their defense is not good.
Yeah.
And I also said last year in the finals, but now I'm going to say it this year too. LeBron needs to have at least 30 a game.
Definitely.
In order for
Yeah.
them to win or have a chance at winning. I mean, we need the most productive LeBron that, the Cavs can have
Yeah.
against the
For him to get a chip.
Warriors.
Yeah. What's the live chat saying?
The live chat was saying that the Celtics and the Cavs match up better with IT out.
Yeah.
And I actually wondered this, and CJ Houston brings up a good point about the draft. So seeing Isaiah Thomas out, does this change how Boston is going to make their, like, how they're going to use their first round draft pick?
It's interesting, yeah, because that's a whole scenario there. Like the guy who's projected to be number one, Markel Fultz, like he's a point guard, so like that's a direct issue. But I feel like, how do you guys feel about that? I feel like you still have to draft him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would draft him too.
Yeah, I mean, unless they get a great value with the trade. Gordon Hayward's about to be a free agent. Maybe Paul George. I don't know, but because you have to already be thinking about next season if you're the Boston Celtics.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you're the GM at least, because this isn't a sustainable like series.
Well, the Cavs are gonna have to get back on a plane.
Yeah.
Just do the damn thing.
That's it's gonna damage them. The fact that they have to play a game 5, they have to travel again. When they get to the finals, I feel like it's inevitable. They will not be as fresh because we'll talk about the Warriors game, but the Warriors were still able to take care of business, and they have one more game tomorrow.
Right.
But yeah, any final thoughts about this game in this series so far?
I'm just looking forward to Game 4, just seeing how things tie themselves up.
Yeah, it's 2-1. I mean, what if they won another game? That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
It's a reach,
Let's
yeah.
not do that.
But
Reaching across the AfterBuzz table there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope LeBron can bounce back from this. Whenever he has a performance like this, I wonder if there's something wrong. Because I'm just like, this is so not him. Is he bored? Is he hurt? Is there something we don't know? Like, I don't know. How does he only score 11 points in this game?
Yeah.
So I'm concerned. So I hope we can see him bounce back and be the LeBron he was, the last 10 games.
I would expect him to take care of business game 4.
Put a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. He
Let
needed
him-
a little.
let
He
him
needed to
handle
find
it.
motivation.
And really quick, we were talking about what should Boston do with the first pick. Josh is in the chat, and he says trade the pick.
Trade it.
Trade the pick.
Got to get a star
Thanks,
from
Josh.
it
We
though.
miss you.
Josh is up right now. It's like
On the East Coast.
almost like 2:30.
Yeah.
Go to bed, Josh.
We have a lot of people joining us from the East Coast. So, hey, East Coasters. I am
Shout out
from
to
the East
everybody.
Coast.
Me too.
So is he. We're
Me
all
too,
from the
actually.
East
East
Yeah.
Coast.
Coasters.
Yes.
Best coast. Just saying. All right, but anyway, so yesterday the Warriors and the Spurs played a basketball game against each other. It was actually kind of close for most of the game. But the Warriors were able to take care of business again. If you guys got to check out this game, was there anything like did you at any point think the Spurs could pull it off? Like what were your expectations with the game going in?
I didn't think that the Spurs could pull it off, but I'm glad that they made it a game.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to watch something. It doesn't want to just be like scrimmages, you
Yeah.
know, like not to throw too much smack at the Spurs because they're playing great considering all the things that they've had thrown at them this postseason. But you know, the Warriors had really great just standout performances. JaVale McGee, Pat McCaw stepping up, which is great because Andre Iguodala is not looking too good right now, and they need support off the bench to keep them going into the postseason.
Yeah.
Because like the Cavs, I believe that Golden State will have a point where they have a little bit of a slump. Like it's gonna happen. Like
In this series?
not well,
Next
maybe
one?
not this series, but like in the postseason. Like, you know, everyone has those moments or a couple quarters here and there where it's like things are a little off. I thought the ball movement was off with Golden State first quarter going in, and I was like, please don't be lax in this game. Like, do what you need to do. So I was maybe worried a little bit then, but overall, I thought they had it.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I think they're going to sweep this series. I hope that they don't for Cleveland's sake, but, you know, I feel
have
like
more
they're
rest.
without Kawhi, they're just like,
Yeah.
they're not like the Celtics. The Celtics lose Isaiah, and they are able to,
Scrappy. It
you
says
know,
a lot about
Yeah.
they don't give up.
Yeah.
But
We can run the highlights too while we're talking about the game.
But I do feel like the Spurs are kind of, you know, they're just having a tough time without him.
Yeah, I agree. You
Yeah,
know what?
David Lee went out. I just
Oh, and
remember
David
that.
Lee got
Yeah.
hurt. The thing that's only like my takeaway from this game is Lamarcus Aldridge. It's really disappointing. Like I think this is an opportunity for him as a guy. You know, you're going to get the ball now. You're going to get as many shots as you want. 7 for 17, 18 points. I think 5 rebounds. Even though they're getting blown out, I just would expect Lamarcus Aldridge's numbers to like significantly increase, and I don't get
Right.
why that's not happening.
I agree.
Yeah, this is the time for him to be that guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like show his worth, and like you said, even in a blowout situation or like where you feel like, you know, whatever, we're just playing to play at this point. It's like show why this team needs you.
Yeah.
Like prove why you're a part of this equation, and when someone else is out, you fill that void.
Step up, you know,
Step
be a
up.
leader.
Hell yeah.
We saw Pop call out the whole team and him too. And I don't think he was very pleased after this game either. Like, even though they definitely played a lot harder than game 2, the Spurs, you know, highly undermanned team, but you can parallel the Celtics and the Spurs. The Celtics didn't go to the woe is me type persona when it came to the next game. They played harder
Yes,
and they
that's
pulled it
true.
off. You know what I mean? Which is interesting because Pop is like a legendary coach. You
know.
wouldn't expect that.
Exactly.
You would expect the opposite performances.
I would agree.
I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for them to come out that way.
No.
Not at all.
Is there any scenario where the Spurs win Game 4, in you guys' opinion? They're at home. They could. What would have to happen?
I mean, yeah, sure. But no, I don't think it's going to happen.
I would say I like Jonathan Simmons. I think for him in this series, he's cemented himself because that's a guy who, even though this 7 for 17, 14 points, but I don't know if you guys know his story, but he had to like pay for a D-League tryout before he finally got an opportunity to make it, and he's starting now, and I think he is a guy that I do see consistently compete in this series in every game, even if his shot's not falling. Just a hustle guy, good defender, so I think he's going to make himself some money this offseason.
Hey, cash out.
Cash out, homie. But yeah, do you need any other thoughts, you guys, in regards to this game, this series?
Go Dubs.
What we got on the chat?
What is the chat saying tonight? Josh is lit in the chat. Shout out
He
to
is.
Josh
Yes.
is on. We miss you, Josh.
Clay, CJ Houston says Clay will be the one to close them out, which I find very interesting because, I mean, Clay woke up a little bit tonight. He had 17.
15 shots. He's been pretty quiet, though.
He's
Yes.
been really quiet,
Yeah, I
honestly.
agree.
And, like, that kind of concerns me because I don't want him to... He's the type of guy who can be cold for a couple games and then hit you with, like, a sick, you know,
Yeah.
crazy quarter and, like, a breakout game. So I'm not worried, like, long-term, but... I mean, their series could be over like really soon. I want him to still be in rhythm and get hot and be
agree.
ready
Confidence
to
builder. Yeah.
exactly with the confidence because I think it was like game 2 actually. I was looking at some highlights online and there was a point where he just crossed the passing lane where the ball was supposed to go to Ian Clark and he tried to get it and then like fumbled it and didn't shoot, and you could see he was like frustrated with himself after because he's not in sync, his shots are not falling, it's like his rhythm is off, and like as a shooter you need that confidence there, so I want him to find it.
Agreed. I think that's a very good analysis. I think they'll need him, assuming LeBron returns to form. They'll need that third guy.
Yeah, because Clay has bailed the Warriors out in the way that KD has as of late.
Yeah.
Like in the past,
Yeah. Oh,
Clay's
yeah.
been that guy when Steph's
Definitely.
off and things aren't going the right way. You feed him, he's the hot hand, it goes. So that's why I really want him to be ready.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, I can't not acknowledge Manu though. Manu Ginobili, who had 21 points on 7 of 9, he showed up. I mean, I don't know how these guys do it, all these old guys, but like they just kind of like
the hands of time.
I just wish they had like Tony Parker, because this could be their last season together. I wish they, at least if they were going to get knocked out, it would be collectively together. It sucks to not. Again, the Warriors kind of get a break and they don't have to play fully healthy teams all the time. It's a weird trend. It really is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, what if LeBron's hurt and they get lucky for the finals?
Then it'll be over.
That'd be so bad for the
Even
NBA.
as a
though.
Warriors
Yeah.
fan, I would be like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so those are our 2 games. Do you guys have any other final thoughts about the playoffs so far? These games have been, it was nice to just have one that was kind of competitive, like today, but it's just been really rough playoffs. And I'm so, like, my Wizards are gone, so it's just like, no, it's hard to sit through these games sometimes.
It is hard. And I think back to last season, I was so excited to watch every single game, like regular season, even going into the postseason, because it just felt like there was such a great momentum and something was building. And I know a lot of the narrative on these sports shows like are about these 2 super teams on a crash course to the end. It's like, yeah, that's there, but it's like everything along the way isn't compelling.
Right.
And it's like really hard to stay engaged if you're not like a diehard fan of the 2 teams that are there.
I agree. And it's weird because although I sometimes think it's bad for the NBA, like their ratings continue to go up these last 3 years, but it is kind of frustrating. I mean, if you think about it, like if you like a team like the Wizards, I mean, you have the teams that are terrible at the bottom, and then you have a whole bunch of okay teams in the middle, and then you have your top tier teams. So a team like the Wizards, like being a fan of their team, it's fun.
Yeah.
But you know
there's
they're
a
never going to
ceiling.
make it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So that's what's frustrating. But luckily, the stars that Golden State and the Cavs both have is compelling for most people that are NBA fans, I would say.
Yeah.
But it is really tough because this has been a pretty boring
Been bad.
playoffs.
I'm curious to see, like, at the end of this what the numbers will be too. I wonder. I mean, have they said it's already been increasing, or I guess we don't know yet.
For the playoffs,
yeah.
For the playoffs, I don't know specifically, but I know year by year, like the NBA's attendance rate has been growing the last 3 years, and so, that says a lot about the league. But this has been a pretty boring playoff.
Yeah, it's been rough. Were you guys surprised to not see LeBron as one of the top 3 finalists for MVP?
I always am.
I know
Always.
you like.
Yeah, no, I always am.
But who would you take out from that list? You could Kawhi, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. Who comes out?
It's so hard because all 3 of those guys played well and all season. And I'm not saying that, like, I don't want to take anything away from them. But if you think of who is the most valuable player, like whose team needs them the most,
We saw it today.
even though
Yeah.
it's the regular season, it's LeBron, and it's been LeBron every year for the past however many years.
That's
and so,
boring though. He can't win it every year.
Well, and I think that's what the writers think. They think we can't have this guy win every year, so we're going to give it to somebody else. But I mean, do these other guys deserve it? Yes. And if LeBron wasn't in the league, yes, I would vote for Russell. But like, I am surprised. Like, I just don't know how you can not pick LeBron. But obviously, I'm wrong because that's what people did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So who would you take out? Is my question.
I would take out, James Harden, I guess.
You take out. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just think Kawhi's too good, and Russ had just such a great season that
Would
I
you
can't
have
take away
said
from
that
him. either.
before this playoff series?
And that's where
that
I
what it is?
that's
Yeah.
where
I was thinking
the
no
same
and
thing.
that's the thing, and that's why I am like biased now because I don't know if I would have said that before the playoffs. What about you?
Agreed. No, I felt the same way. Like seeing, James Harden kind of disappear towards the end of this postseason affects I would take him out 2 of those
Yeah.
top 3,
Right.
but it's a regular season award.
Right.
So it's like they all had really great seasons. I'd probably still give it to Russ though.
Yeah.
I-
But here's
Russ
the
is my
thing. Here's the
pick,
thing.
yeah.
LeBron went averaged 26, 9, and 9. He almost averaged a triple double, and he wasn't playing his best. So it's just like if you're not even playing at 100% and you can almost average a triple double, like You are the most valuable player.
Well, it has to be based on his actual
Well, the
performance.
Cavs didn't have
You
like a
can't
stellar regular
assume-
season.
Right.
But here's the thing: you take LeBron off the team is nothing.
Agreed.
I mean, like
You
okay,
could say the
have
same for all of those guys, though. Every single guy in that list. Kawhi, look at the Spurs. Minus
But
Russell
is
Westbrook on the Thunder.
as big of a drop as getting rid of LeBron?
No, because LeBron is the best player on the planet.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the most valuable player in the league.
So who is, based on these final 3 names, who is the MVP in your book? Based on the actual finalists that we have on paper.
If I have to vote like the writers vote, I'm going to vote for Russ.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do think Kawhi is super valuable too. Like I think he is probably the second best player in the league.
Yeah.
And his team is really struggling without him.
Yeah.
What do you
Two-way
think?
player, too.
I give it to Russell as well. I think just the season that he had. I mean, sports writers love numbers. I mean, dude averaged a triple-double.
Yeah.
Enough. Give it to him.
Enough
Like,
said.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
like enough for them, But
Yeah.
truly did have a really great season, and that would be my pick.
Yeah, I just want to see the Brody lift the MVP trophy up. I need to see that W. That's all.
CJ Houston says, take Westbrook off the team, we win the lottery. And that might be
That's
true. That might be
No,
true.
Not might be. It's definitely true. But I think, unless you guys have some closing thoughts, we are done. Do you have anything else to say?
Not really.
No? Okay, cool.
I'm just waiting for the
I know.
fat lady.
Yeah,
to
I
sing.
think
was
we're
gonna
all.
say that, yeah.
Everyone's
We say that
just
every-
like, all right.
every
That's why I
guest.
was like disappointed from the Celtics game. I'm like, oh, I mean, yeah, you won, but God, that means there's another extra game that I have to watch or wait until. So Celtics, you're selfish. Where can they find you, Christine? We can sign off.
Yeah, you guys can find me on social media at Christine Bean. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Sound off. Let me know what you guys think. Go Warriors.
Yes. Thanks for joining us in the live chat tonight, guys. I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me all over social media at Athletic.
Yes, always. The live chat's always popping. Comment on
Yes.
YouTube. Rate us. Thank you for joining us as always. I'm DeAnjilo. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. DeAnjilo TV for Twitter. But thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes. Hopefully our boy Josh will be back in town as well. So see you guys later.
See ya.
Deuces.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.